Hi guys, my name is Raz. I'm at the End Store in Manchester and it's in all its glory. And we've got Wes Brown, Andy Cole on the panel with us tonight talking about football, fashion and Manchester culture. Come join us and check it all out.
Right, I'll start off. Has everyone bought a shirt? Thank you very much.
So you're going to handle the interview, Wes, yeah?
I can do it, yeah. I'll let you do it though.
Right, well listen guys, thank you so much all for coming. We're here for, obviously, to talk to two, not only Manchester United legends, but two Manchester legends. So can we get a big round of applause for Wes Brown and Andy Cole? They've done a lot for Manchester United, but they've done a lot for this city. And we've come in collaboration with Adidas, just released a 1988 1990 top, which the boys are wearing. How's it feel, man?
Yeah, it's nice. This is the one I would remember when I was growing up. Never got to wear it, but it's very nice. I'm glad it's come back out.
Did you own it when you were younger?
100% couldn't afford to own one, no.
Andy, what about you?
I'll agree with Wes.
Yeah?
100% couldn't afford it.
Listen, you boys played a very pivotal part in the city's, community and how we've all sort of like grown up around that. I want to get a bit into sort of the culture of the city and the club as well. So the first thing I'm going to ask you, you both had the blessing to work underneath the great Sir Alex Ferguson. What was that like for both of you?
I mean, it would be different for me than Cole. I mean, I was local. I signed or started playing at United when I was 13. So he was pretty much the boss from day one, like your second dad. It was very weird. He used to hit me a lot. But honestly, he was the sort of guy that eventually I worked out that you could ask anything. He'd always help in any way. And sometimes being a local lad, you have to sort of change how you were a little bit. So he helped me a lot with that. But mastermind, coach, the one-on-one experience I've had with him have been brilliant, and as a team in general, I think he just bossed it. He said the right things at the right time, and ultimately he bought the right players and made us play as a team.
Nice. What about you, Andy?
I'll agree with Wes there.
Nice. And for you both, do you remember the first piece of silverware and how that felt whilst you were under the club?
Mine, yeah. Last day of this season, beating Middlesbrough. Fortunate to get on the score sheet myself, Maisie, Giggsy. And I think for me personally, obviously, come to Manchester United, you come to Manchester United, win things. So to win the Premier League title, it was a special honour. And however I look at it, I think my first one, the one I will always remember and cherish. I know I was fortunate to go on and win 4 more after that, but I think the first one is really, really special. So some of that I'll never forget, put it that way.
Nice. What about you,
Yeah,
Wes?
mine was a bit different experience. I mean, I won the treble in my first year.
Yo, round of applause for that one, man.
I hate
The only club to do it as well, yeah?
I hate saying it like that, but I honestly thought every year will be like this.
Yeah,
nice one, sweet.
Exactly. We were knocking our pipe out for the last few years.
But yeah, I mean that was my first experience. That was my first season, and obviously I was very quiet then. I'm not anymore, by the way. But I used to just watch these boys a little bit in awe still. I used to watch these on the telly myself, and now I'm on the pitch with them playing alongside them. But I mean, that season for me was by far the greatest one, in the sense that not only did we win the treble, I got to play games. You understand that the manager starts to trust you a little bit. You're playing this in Barcelona. I mean, Barcelona, Rivaldo, against people like that. And I mean, I watched these guys on the telly like everyone else, so I was shitting. There's no kids in here, is there? Proper shitting myself. But then you just get on and play your game, and then eventually it becomes a norm. But it was by far the best season.
You wouldn't believe I used to look afterwards.
You did, yeah.
What was he doing? Why did you have to look after him?
I was a senior pro.
Right.
And I was always of the ilk when I was younger, and the way the senior pros used to treat like the younger pros when I was younger is like disgusting. I know I always said once I become a senior pro, I'll always look after the kids. So yeah, I looked after Wes, man.
It was a bit different. I'm local, so I've still got all my mates here, and then you have to deal with that. Listen, lads, I can't go out tonight. You know, you deal with everything. You just have to deal with. So, you know, listening to people like Coley and that, it keeps you grounded, and then you just get on with it.
And what was the culture like in the city? Obviously, we're all witnessing such a shift in Manchester at the moment. We're seeing high rises being built left, right, and centre. But back in the day when you guys were sort of, you know, roaming around the city, what's the main differences that you guys like see nowadays?
Baggy jeans. We got baggy pants. We're not these. Everything's baggy. I remember putting a suit on when one of my first suits. I could not believe it. It was massive, and I was thinking, why must I look like a right knob? But that's just how it was. That was the style.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, listen to the music. You got your Stone Roses, Oasis, obviously was massive as well. And we as a team, we used to go out. You know, we would go around the city and have our off days and chill out, have a laugh like anybody else. I know it's changed a little bit now, but we had a good time.
Where were your favourite spots in the city? Where would you go to for food, for drinks, man?
They're
Just
not here
unwind?
anymore. Sorry to tell you that.
What's one of these gate called?
So we'd go. We'd always go Mulligan's, which is still there.
Yeah. We all know about Mulligan's.
What's the restaurant? Deansgate. It's closed down.
Win. Oh my God. No. Oh well. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's go Panacea. What's the other place?
Wings.
Wings. No,
So we
the
go-
other place.
Which one?
Wings is still just down the road from the department store. No. Was it Johnson's or was it?
Is that the one next to Kendall's? Behind
Yeah.
Kendall's? It's not that anymore, and I
Is
can't
it?
remember what name it is. What was behind
Yeah.
Kendall's? No, it was something else before that. Henry's.
It's a
That
great
was
man.
actually my first Christmas do. I can't tell you what happened, but it was
Which-
funny.
Is that that's the one?
Yes,
yeah.
that's the one. No,
Yeah, you gotta tell it. You gotta tell it,
I
man.
still see Keno. I'm not saying anything.
What's that? This place we used to eat all the time. Just down on from Kendall's on the left hand side.
Is it another pub? Is it a pub? Or was it
You
a
know where the
proper
Gaucho
restaurant?
used to be on the corner?
Yeah.
So you walk down there.
And then you get to Mulligan's.
No,
That-
go the other way. Go the other way.
Right, we go the other way. So,
There you go.
Living
That's
room.
the one.
so that's on
living room.
Deansgate. It's
Yeah.
not that anymore. Yeah, we had a few. We had a few parties in there.
living
as well.
room, yeah. Reform.
Reform.
What's it called now?
We from King Street, top of King
Yeah,
Street,
yeah.
opposite Rosso. It was upstairs.
My dad's here somewhere. I think he knows about a
remember it.
couple of them spots. I know he's hiding. I know you were there, Dad. Where are you?
I managed to get in Hacienda once because I was.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm not the right era. am
Sugar
I?
Lounge.
Sugar Lounge.
Sugar Lounge.
Sugar Lounge.
Nice. So yeah, obviously let me take it back to when you guys won the treble. Who was in charge of the Orcs, man? Who was like playing the music after it, and what were you listening to?
Can't remember.
I don't think. I honestly don't think we did.
Did you not?
No. I think that come in a bit later. The gaffer wouldn't have minded, but I don't think we even had a system then, and that's the truth.
No,
know?
we didn't.
So what was the atmosphere in the changing room after that big accomplishment, man?
Which
Yeah.
one?
The treble.
Which one?
The treble, man.
You mean
What part?
in New Camp?
Yeah.
Oh, the New Camp.
Yeah, special.
It was good.
The after party is amazing.
That was the first time I never went to sleep, I remember.
Both.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, it was good. I mean, it was, as you can imagine, we haven't, as a club, won it for so many years. We've got a great team, and it was one you knew, even though we wouldn't tell you at the time, it was one you knew the gaffer wanted, and listen, the lads produced, and it was won how it was won. It was special, and we didn't particularly play as well that day. We know we were a few suspensions, but that feeling at the end, there's nothing that can get quite better than that.
Yeah, it was really special because I was having this conversation with Peter Schmeichel a couple of days ago, and we say, the way we went out to Dortmund was disappointing. We should have beat Dortmund. We come back to Old Trafford and we don't go on to win the game, and then the year after, well, we win it, and then we got to Monaco. We should have beat Monaco, so it was long overdue. Long overdue. I think, I'll be honest, I think in my time at Manchester United, we should have won it about 4 times. Yeah, easy. Not being disrespectful to the other teams, but we were such a good team. But that little bit of luck we didn't have in 99, we definitely had it.
I'll say the same 4 times. Yeah.
And it was secured. And the after parties were had as well, weren't they?
Yeah, they were good. Moscow was a little bit different. We finished really late, so I think the party only was on till about 6. But honestly, that 99 one was hard. And you have to remember there wasn't all that technology as well as much. So you see little clips here and there, but we didn't have camera phones. I don't think anyone did then. So you only see the photos that you see, and someone will show you. Somebody could have been there, maybe someone's family, and they see you years later and show you a picture, and you're like, wow.
Disposable cameras back then.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
So, to be fair, they needed to be.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it was carnage. I remember Manchester that day was special. I've never seen Manchester like that before.
Really?
Getting back into Manchester and the streets were.
Was it quite overwhelming?
It was special, man. I'm sitting there thinking about it now. It's one of the best feelings you could ever have playing football. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Well, you did the whole city proud, and obviously I can tell everyone in there is like they hold it very close to their heart, man. So it's amazing. It's amazing for me to be sat next to you both now. I'm kind of stripping out a bit about it, man. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie, but it's mint either way. But yeah, like we said, Adidas have brought back the 1988, 1990.
Well done, Adidas. Where's the Adidas boys?
It's that cat over there, Dan Brown, man. He made it happen. Look at him. So, couple of questions though. Who was the best dressed in the team at the time?
The best?
Best dressed.
Come on.
Are we talking? Are we going 99 here? Oh,
yeah.
100% no.
Yeah.
Come on.
If we're going
Phil
99,
Neville, man.
best dressed. I don't know. It might be someone like. Oh, it'd be Bex. What am I talking about? Always Bex.
Was it back?
Yeah. He could wear a dress. It'd be sweet. It's true though. He doesn't matter. He can wear anything. He doesn't matter. It's Bex. He still does it now. Bex. For me, it was Bex.
Yeah. Andy, what are you saying?
Coley will say Coley. I knew.
Coley can say Coley, innit?
Coley's got a nice little dress sense. I like it.
100% in me.
I mean, you dripped out today, man. You're looking well.
I mean, I love Bex, but he couldn't top me.
You're killing me. Did you guys take fashion seriously back then? Obviously, like, in this new generation at United, it's very much...
Yeah, a few of us did. Giggsy, Bex, me, Nev.
No, not Nev, man. Not having that.
No, there's only a few of us, to be fair, what took it really, really serious, only a few of us.
Obviously, it's an away shirt. Where were your favourite places to play away games? Like, which trips did you enjoy the most?
Anfield, Ellen Road, anywhere where it's spicy. Yeah, that's a bit of me, 100%.
And why was that? Why did you enjoy them trips?
I love the atmosphere.
Yeah?
Yeah, the atmosphere was always electric at Ellen Road and Anfield. Naturally, because the history is between the two clubs, but you knew what you're going to get. And I was fortunate to go to Ellen Road, get a few goals, and obviously Anfield as well. So, yeah, those two for me.
Nice.
Yeah, listen, I've got to say the same, but I played at Main Road, which is very close to where I'm from as well. So I always wanted to play there. We won, so I was happy with that. And I would also throw New Camp in there. Nice. Only because it was, when you play there, you don't hear a thing. You just hear whistling when you've got the ball and you have to just deal with it, basically.
And what were your memories like after the games when you were travelling away, man? You guys, like, would you stick around for a bit, or?
In what way? Away games, home games?
Yeah,
away games, you get on a coach. If you win, you're buzzing. If you lose, no one talks for about 45 minutes. Everyone's a little bit pissed off because we were never used to losing. And then on the way home, training the next day and think about the game which is coming up, which is naturally going to be a Champions League game or whatever it may be.
Sure.
Home games, totally different. It depends what you want to do. If you're Yorkie, you nick a night out. You know,
And a bird.
yeah, well, there you go. Some of the other boys and go out for something to eat.
True story.
You know?
nah, I'm with you. How are you guys feeling about the city today and like the club itself and the state it's in now? Like, what are your thoughts on the team going forward?
First and foremost, the city for me, I left the city about 4 years ago now, and it's forever changing. I'll come back to Manchester now, and I don't even recognise the place. You know, it's absolutely crazy, but I think it's for the good for the city. You know, investment, it's improving all the time. When I joined in '95, you know, Manchester was nowhere near like this. Sure. But for me personally, I think it's getting better and better. You know, football in general. Fingers crossed we move on to the next level come next season. Ultimately, we don't know what's going to happen from now until the new season comes about. You know, but we've got opportunity of winning the FA Cup. Hopefully, we can do that.
Big game as well.
Oh, massive game. I think every game from now to the end of the season is massive for us. You know, but if you look at obviously what Manchester City are doing at the moment, they've won the league. Obviously, they played tomorrow if they beat Real Madrid. That's the final of the Champions League, so we could have a great opportunity to put a spanner in the works.
Yeah, same. I mean, listen, I think we've done really well this season. I didn't think we'd be where we are. You know, that's all down to the manager and the players. And we're not. I don't think we're there where we want to be yet. But ultimately, on our day, you can see how much we've improved, and I think we've done really well to win the cup, be in the FA Cup, and sort of we've nearly secured that Champions League spot because we need to be in the Champions League. So I think we've done well.
That's right, man.
But it's not been brilliant at times, but ultimately it's about confident and just keeping it going.
What would you both like to see from the club for next season? What things would you want implanted in there?
No, it's more consistency for me.
Yeah, competing.
I'm sure we've all watched the games. One half we're brilliant, one half we just sort of drop off, and you wonder why. Why is that happening? So just the consistency. When we're playing well, let's just push on and punish teams, which we sort of haven't been doing.
A lot of people have been saying it's a mental battle between players. What was so special in your era to keep you guys on track?
We all want the same thing.
Nice.
Win.
Yeah.
I think that our mentality in that team and the players we had, it's just about winning football matches, want to be the best team. And we always cross the white line knowing that, basically kind of like won the game in a tunnel. But we have to go out there and prove it as well. But when you have those kind of individuals that we had in our team, the mentality was absolutely always bang on. And we always want to win. We want to be the best team after 38 games. We want to win the cup, want to win the Champions League. And I think when you play for Manchester United, that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
Same. There's one thing, and I'm sure Cole had it as well, and a lot of people did in that team. When we didn't play well or get beat, I can push that on that. That was one game. Yeah, I can sort it out for next game. So mentality in that way was absolutely fine. But ultimately, it's like what Cole said. I had obviously I would have been younger in my early 20s, and I'd have people who grew up with playing, who were playing for the team, saying, "Wes, keep it down today, will you, please?" The gaffer said we can allow 2 in. But that's what I'm saying. You ask Cole, they tell you and you're lining up. We're just defending today, Wes. All of us, all 11 behind the ball. So that's the sort of power that when you're playing well, you have over other teams.
Yeah, it was exactly like that. You go in the tunnel and people say, "Look, if it's 2 at half time, keep it at 2."
Yeah.
But
now we're pumping you 5.
You could smash someone early on then as well and not get a yellow. So it's a bit. You can't do that now. So it's a bit different.
If you boys could give like one piece of advice to the team now, in terms of mentality, what would it be?
Mentality.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You're playing for Manchester United. Man United is about winning football matches. Your mentality's got to be bang on, week in, week out. I think sometimes us as ex-pros and being fortunate to play in great teams, we get frustrated. because we know what Manchester United is all about. You know, we know what it's about winning. It's about, I mean, working your tits off, to be brutally honest. You know,
Sure.
I mean, putting your foot in, doing what you have to do to win football matches. And sometimes when, you know, results don't go the way we want them to go, or performances don't go the way we would like them to go, we get frustrated. You know, because we know what it's like to play for Manchester United to win things.
Yeah, the same winning mentality and accept the challenge. It's as simple as that. You know, I think we had that. I got taught that off the older lads. Regardless who you're playing, we can win this and we're going to win it. And that's the sort of focus you have to have.
Nice. Well, I hope they see that and they understand that as well. And there's a lot of responsibility that they're carrying on their shoulders. Boys, it's been an absolute pleasure to speak and see you. I'm going to open the floor now to questions to the members of the public. So if you always wanted to ask Wes Brown or Andy Cole a question.
Under 18 questions, please.
Yeah, under 18 question, man. Keep them certified.
Andy Cole. Hi again. You played with some great strikers. Who was your favourite partner?
Yorkie. 100%. Yeah, 100%. Dream partner up front. Yeah, definitely.
What was your best ever goal?
I get asked that all the time now. I'm at that age, I'm turning around and saying myself, I enjoyed every single one of them. Yeah, I can't remember half of them anyway, but I enjoyed every single one of them. I'm going to be brutally honest. You know, I think when you start as a kid, want to become a professional footballer, you never know what level you're going to get to. And then when you get to the highest level and you're the peak of your powers, every goal is important. People might say, what goal was? Every goal is important, so I enjoy them all.
And you can ask me that as well if you want.
It didn't say, oh, geez, though, did you? You know what I mean?
Sorry, Wes, at the back, who was the defender that you loved to play with?
Yeah, well, I think growing up, it would have been Yap. I mean, he was unbelievable. You know, but as the years go on, the competition's there. And that's what people forget. The competition's good, it's healthy, and it gets you playing better and bringing more out of yourself. But you would have seen Pally and Brucey.
Yeah, I played with Pally and Brucey, yeah.
Pally and Brucey, but for me, Rio and Vida, there wasn't, you know, the charisma, there wasn't quite anything as good as that. And I fit in when I needed to fit in, so it was good.
Where's your assist again? Your assist for Ronaldo, what's going on there?
I mean, I practiced that left whip every day. No, do you know what? I tell this story because everyone always asks, but if you remember, Michael Essien was playing right back, and the manager knew that the night before, and we didn't practice it. He just said, listen, if you get a chance to cross it in, Ronnie will win his fair few against Essien. So on the first one, he scored. So I don't know why we didn't try it after that as well. But yeah, it was a nice feeling, yeah.
What would you like to play with, Ronaldo?
Yeah, Ronnie was class. I mean, you knew. I mean, you get special players sometimes, but you knew he could. There was times when we weren't playing well, and he'd want the ball, and why a few people are hiding. Not everyone. He'd want it, and he'd try and do everything on his own. But that's the sort of person he was.
Andy, so you played at Arsenal, Newcastle, City. The affinity with United, why you still got that connection?
Special. It's a special place. I don't know, man. It pulls on your heartstrings. Man United does. You know, I remember when I joined, and I always said when I was at Newcastle, I'd only leave Newcastle play for Manchester United. 'Cause I always wanted to play for Manchester United. You know, so when it happened, and I was fortunate to come to Man United, it's something that always sticks with you. You know, you leave the club, but the club always welcomes you back. You know, so the role I'll come back in the club as. I remember when they asked me, I said, nah, I can't rest on my laurels. I'm retired. I don't want anyone thinking I've come back because I used to play for Man United. It's not like that. You know, they welcome you with open arms. It's a special place.
And if you played in the Premier League today, how many goals do you reckon you'd get?
How many? Jesus, I'll be honest. If I was playing in that Man City team that Haaland's playing in, I'll be getting those kind of numbers. You know? I mean,
And the rest.
Just run in the box. Just run in the box, get a tap in. That's all you got to do.
Why did you not take penalties?
Why? Fucking 12 yards is far, you know.
Give it up, man. Give it up.
If you bring in a player for the squad next year, not necessarily the biggest talent, but you think we need that type of player in the squad, if you could pull one out now, who would you want to see United get next year?
Jude Bellingham.
Why? And why?
Why? Because he's special.
Mentality.
He's got energy, his mentality, he's a winner, he's young. He is. Yeah, so if they're talking possibly, I don't know, 120 for Declan Rice, and if Jude Bellingham's 120, I know I'm spending my money. Definitely.
Same really. I mean, we might need a striker as well, but I think if you're looking at, the whole package, there's not anyone quite like Jude, to be fair.
Question for you both. Both play with some great players, but underappreciated or underrated players, who would you pick?
Me.
Coley.
That's a fact.
How good was Michael Carrick? I really liked him. But people always laugh at me when I say how good he was, but how good was Michael Carrick?
See, Wes played with him. I didn't play him. I thought he was a fantastic player.
But also the guy as well, it seems like he was so because I just wanted to get his job done and go home. He seemed like that type of character where he didn't want all the fame.
No, I mean, he's probably one of the best passers I've ever seen. The way he was chilled out, he'd always ask for the ball. He worked the whole team. No one was afraid to give it to him, and he wasn't afraid to take it as well. And he was a big part of what we achieved, after Coley left and winning all them trophies as well.
Who do you reckon was the better team, 2008 or 99?
See, I get asked that. No, it's true. And we didn't, in that 08, we didn't do it. It's as simple as that. So it's a 99. You have to be able to do it. You can talk about it, but
What a bad question, by the way. Bad question.
Chill, bro. Chill with that one.
Does Scholesy have a smile?
Yeah.
It's a bad question again, man.
Scholes is a legend.
Philip Neville or Gary Neville?
To be fair, I like to pair them, I like to pair them. I mean, I think you guys see, obviously, Gary from where he's at and Phil from where he's at, but if you actually around them, spend time with them, they're funny. They're a bit jarring at times, but they're cool guys. A
question for both. Toughest team you ever played against?
Toughest team.
Champions League, Juventus. 99, it didn't matter. Every year was in the Champions League, we got drew against Juventus. And it was always tough. That special plays, Zidane, Davies, Del Piero, Boksic, Conte. The names are endless there. And we always just get drawn against them. And Jesus, there was a good team. Real good team, definitely.
I didn't play in them games. I was sub, but I would have to go with Real Madrid when they had Ronaldo. When Ronaldo scored the hat trick, so that sort of team was frightening, to be fair. And I know we won at Old Trafford, but if you look at the lineup, it's embarrassing, really. I mean, even I think, shit, Ronaldo. Always wanted to see him. Well, it's the first time. I don't know if you was there at that game.
No, I watched the game. Yeah, I was there.
It was the first time I've seen an opponent get clapped off by the home fans, and that's the truth. And
he was amazing.
He deserved it.
He was amazing. I had some little kid come on to me on social media the other day, said I'm being very disrespectful to Cristiano Ronaldo by saying Ronaldo was unbelievable. I'm being disrespectful. How's that? He said I'm being very disrespectful to Cristiano Ronaldo because what I say about him, Ronaldo wasn't as good as Ronaldo. That's what I thought as well. So I let him know.
Was he tripping out or something?
Yeah,
what was going on with him?
I had to let him know that. So definitely.
Is there any players you wanted to play with, like in your career, anyone that you wish you played with?
Good question.
I have one, but it's only because I used to clean his boots, and that was Cantona. So I was his boot boy. So every goal you see go in, I've give that a little good wipe. I think I should get a bit of the credit, but never do.
For me, most probably Zidane. Like I said, because we played against him so many times, he was 6 foot odd, graceful, unbelievable, tough as nails, and he would get involved as well. He's very active. But I just love being on the same pitch as him because his movement was absolutely phenomenal. So much for Zidane.
That's mad.
I've got a question. Do either of you have a preference on the ownership? Because obviously we're looking at transitioning from places to something a little bit better. Do either of you have a preference on the new owner?
My preference is to win. That's my preference. It's as simple as that.
W's only.
You know, I mean,
W's only.
I just want Manchester United to be winning again. I said the other day, I don't want to watch us be celebrating finishing fourth to get in the Champions League.
Yeah.
That's not Manchester United.
We got number one spot, man.
I mean, we used to laugh at Arsenal when Arsenal used to do that.
That's
you know?
a fact.
I mean, we used to win the league and be pissing ourselves at Arsenal celebrating.
yeah.
You know, so no, I just want to win. That's what I want to do.
Right, guys, one more question. Who's taking it? Right, yeah.
You've both got kids. What's your best dad joke?
Do you want to come to the
Great
game?
question.
No, Dad, I don't. I've got girls, so they're not interested.
Best dad joke, Jesus.
Come on, man. Hit us with something special.
Best dad joke, Jesus. Hey, there's too many. Hey, once a dad, always a dad. Hey? It never ends. I'm still waiting for my son to actually pay for dinner for me. I mean, my son turned 28 the other day. You know, we went out to. I come up last week. I come up to see him last week, and went out to dinner. And he's pushed the bill over to me again. I'm like, I've had 28 years of this, by the way. Unbelievable.
Right, guys, that's a wrap. Two legends here. Round of applause, man. Let's have it. If you guys want to buy one of the t-shirts, the tills are going to be open till close, so head over to the tills and make it happen. Wes, Andy, absolute pleasure. Legends.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, man.